All right. All right, family. Family, we in this thing, man. Listen up, fam. Hey, this is Rich Rhetoric, man. When we come, you know what I'm saying? I get the panel together with a great group of brothers and we chop it up, man. We're gonna get into a lot of topics today. The mob mentality. I want to break down some old historical race riots that went on. Break down some fucking lynchings and hangings and some rebellions and insurrections and all of that type of shit tonight. So tonight we're gonna get deep. We're gonna get heavy. A lot of information. We'll touch on a couple of the hot topics. We'll touch on a couple of those. Why not? I'm saying I haven't got these brothers. I haven't really spoken to these brothers since Nick Cannon been doing what he doing. Kanye been going batshit crazy. And so I haven't talked to these brothers, man. But anyway, what's good, bro? What's good, brothers? How y'all doing?
Yeah, we good, bro. What's going on with you?
Man, doing well, bro. You know how I always start off, Eugene. I'm happy you spoke up, Eugene. Well, I do a show tonight?
We didn't do a show tonight because I'm actually having phone difficulties. But right now, it's allowing me to do what I do. But we've been working on a book, so we're just trying to get some more information to put out there for the people.
Are y'all working on a book?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good shit. Good shit. What do you want to get the people a little sneak peek? What it's about? What's the plot? What we talking
Well,
about?
how the creators work first. That's my first book, and then you'll understand what's coming next.
I'm happy you said that. I'm happy you said that. Brother Tony, I seen you on Facebook, man, selling bouncy houses, man, getting the shit pizzopping. How everything going on your end, bro?
Man, it couldn't be better.
Yeah. Bounce houses still popping even during the COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you tell me people ain't social distancing.
Not at all.
He said not at all. What you think about that? Should people be social distant or you like fuck it? What's gonna happen, gonna happen.
Yeah, what's gonna happen, gonna happen.
There you go. There you go. My bad. I'm just trying to share this. Share this. Brother, no, I spoke to brother Black Peace. Black Peace got school finna start, so
Yeah, man.
his hands finna be tied.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go make my little change on the back end, man. Come on back in, line them back up, man. Dip back out, make a couple more pieces, little change, come on back. You know, do my thing. I always do it.
I
Here,
love
there,
it.
there, here.
Man, I
Taking
love
care of business. Then go have a little fun with them. Weekend time, man. You gotta take the kids out, man. That's what I've been doing, man. Just having fun, man, with the kids, spending time with my kids, man.
Yeah, now
So
this time has been valuable. Nobody can deny that.
still make your little change though. You gotta go get up and get that, man. Try to
Uh,
get up early as I can. Go get that right there while I can get on back, man. I get up sometime up 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. I go do my thing, make a little change, take my ass on back, man. Kids ain't even got up yet by the time I done got back. So,
mm,
shit be cool.
yeah,
So
nah,
I'm
that's why
finna trying to spin me up a new hustle, man. Gotta spin me up something else, man. So
that's a fact.
so
And
it's
bro,
all good.
you was on the road a little bit this weekend, wasn't
Yeah. I be moving around, man. I went to Vegas. Then when I came back, I went down to the M.
you?
So
Yeah, I saw
oh,
that.
it was cracking. Yeah, it was cracking in Vegas, man.
Come on, man. What was going on? What you doing? Buying prostitutes? Talk to me. What you do down there?
Nah, you out of your mind, man. Hold up. You ain't buying none of them, you tripping. But nah, we just out there just enjoying. I took my it was just a trip. I just took my wife on for her birthday and our anniversary. Like we celebrated the 8 years and shit. So took her out there for that, man. And her birthday. So we went out there just to enjoy. Solo date type thing. No kids, you know what I'm saying? We only get there like once a year, so we just went and did that, enjoy ourselves.
Congratulations on the anniversary.
Nah, for sure. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, so we just did that, get away, no kids, just to the new place. We had never been out that way, so we said let's go that way. And we end up out there. We had fun hiking, ATV, and all that out there in the desert. There's all kind of stuff. Whole new world out there, man.
They said it's a
It's
different
good
type of heat in Vegas, man. They said when it get hot, it get hot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it get hot out there. Very, very hot. Like I said, it's a new world, man. It people need to get around, get out and get them moving around, do some more moving around, man. It ain't nothing like leaving where you come from and going to see something new.
Yeah.
Get you and help you with that, with that stupid mind frame you come with, man. So that, I've been appreciating all this, man. Just being able to go here and there, it don't matter if it's goddamn it an hour away, I go, just to go do something with the kids or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Man, salute to you and the fam, man. Good shit, man. I see you moving around, traveling this great country that you represent. Hey, brother Mike, what's good, brother Mike?
What up, bro?
Yeah, man, I hear you now, loud and clear. The first time you on stream, y'all loud and clear now, man.
I don't know what's going on. I hooked my headphones up, and they didn't even work.
So what you just using the regular phone, but you sound good though, crispy clear.
Okay, that's what's
up. Crispy clear. Hey, fuck it, man. Why I got everybody here, man? What you thinking, Eugene? Nick Cannon. Should he apologize or should he stood on his square? Talk to me.
Now I can see that in two ways. Now, of course, we feel like he shouldn't apologize because now a lot of us are ready to stand on our own and feel like fuck the world, you know what I mean? Kind of like what we should be doing, but a lot of people, got their own reasons why he should and shouldn't. Now, how I can see him apologizing, because when he made the statement that he let down a community, now he wasn't. For some, they feel like he was only saying that he let down the Jewish community or the people he offended. Mm-hmm. But you got to understand, when you're a man who's responsible for keeping something going for a lot of people he employed, him losing a job trickles down to where other people lose jobs and money. So when he was, in my opinion, part of the reason he was willing to apologize is because he didn't want to see people take a loss on something he did on his own time. Now, me personally, I don't have to worry about apologizing because I don't work for no other people. So when I say, hell, what it is, if I say we the true Hebrews and they came over here acting like animals and savages, I can say that. And I can stand on that because I don't got no ties to them. But when your ties to them is actually feeding people that you care about, you know what I mean? Sometimes, they willing to do that and go that route. That's just how I see it.
Brother Mike, let me hear you, man. What you thinking? Nick Cannon should apologize. Did he do right by apologizing or no?
He shouldn't apologize. He should have just clarified what he was trying to say. See, when he was calling them animals and savages, you know what I'm saying, and beasts, he should have put a time frame on it. He should have said when they left Europe and when they did this, they acted like savages. You know what I'm saying? He should have put it in a little bit more context and still tell the truth. But I knew he was Ken when I seen who was on the show.
You know he was what?
They were gonna go after him when I seen it was Professor Grip. I heard that he had said something, and then I got to looking it up, and I was like, oh, he got Griff on here. No wonder.
Yeah. That's what Sister Cola was saying last week when we was on the show. She kept talking about like they was gonna get him anyway for having Griff on there. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Tony, come on, Tony, talk to me, man. What you think, bro? Nick Cannon should apologize or what? What did he do?
Man, he can't disrespect them people on their network. I'd be wrong if I disrespect you on your network.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Morally, he wasn't wrong. Ethically, he was wrong. It was a bad business move right there.
So y'all saying in business we can't speak our mind. We got to be docile and kind of
Now,
conform. Go ahead.
yeah, morals and ethics is two totally different things.
Yeah. So you're saying we got to conform and speak a certain type of way and act a certain type of way when we're dealing with in business. Is that what you're telling me?
Okay, you know Ron, right?
Yeah.
Ron sell food, right? He sell Polish sauces, right?
Yeah.
I support his business because ethically, I want to see him make money, but morally, I don't believe people should eat meat.
I got you. Yeah, I got you. I don't know though, Tony. That's kind of like we're gonna support shit even though we know it's wrong. We'll still support it. I get you though. We all do it. We're all
It's business.
hypocritical.
It's
Yeah, we
business.
all hypocritical in that. I say I'm hypocritical. I'm definitely hypocritical. Shit.
Yeah.
I fucking smoke and drink, but talking about I want to see the black family succeed. So you know what I mean? Well, I got a little hypocrisy in us, man. Me, I don't know, man. I think you should stand on your square. That's just me, but I'm not in his position. So that's me just speaking from the outside looking in, thinking that okay, if I was Nick Cannon, I probably would have stood on my square and not apologized. But that, like you said, that's easy for me to say in North Nashville when I don't own too much of nothing. You know what I mean? So that's why it's kind of weird for me. But I am a guy who like, man, bro, don't conform, don't bend, don't fold. Have your ethics and your morals and your way of life and stand on that. Stand on that. That's another thing I think about Nick Cannon. If he thought what the words that was coming out of his mouth was the truth, shit, stand on that. Stand on that. Somewhere along the line, he heard that black people were the original Hebrews, and he wanted to make sure he said that to somebody else.
What
You
they
know,
do. Go ahead.
he calls some, my bad. He calls them people Wild and Out is canceled too.
Yeah, that was stolen. That's another conversation because that was stolen from him, right? That's what Nick said. Nick, like, yo, just give me my project.
So all them people lost their job.
Yeah. But you know, Viacom, the last I heard, Viacom was telling Nick, like, nah, we own Wild and Out. That might have been him getting whooped in the paperwork. May have got his ass.
Yeah, they own.
But
Don't forget. Don't get tricked. Viacom, they own Revolt TV too.
Yeah.
So,
so you say
your boy was on
don't be tricked by the
Yeah.
Diddy tweet.
Nah, man, that's just showboat shit, man. They ain't nothing but transferring you, man. That's like you was working in the A building, they sent you to the B building. That's what happened.
Well,
Same shit. That ain't nothing new.
yeah, well, but we do say white supremacists, when they harm black people and they get put on blast, they don't get fired, they get transferred.
Yeah, that's what happened.
I would respect Nick Cannon with a transfer over an apology, right?
Where you gonna go? Where you gonna
I'm
go?
gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why. Cuz too deep in to go anywhere. Dude been writing for them. Dude neck deep in that Viacom shit. Dude been writing for them since he was 16 years old. Man, that nigga can't. Even if he desired to fully separate from them, I don't think he would though, because he done made so much money with them. He been writing for them on all these Nickelodeon shows. He saved VH1. He saved BET. Like putting all these different. Like this nigga brought a lot of channels back that was like going down. So dude he done made too much money with him. So he not gonna just, like fully. I just don't see it, man. He just too much money involved for him to do that. Yeah, he was on there talking or whatever. He got caught up. Dude, that ain't him though. But I respect him for saying whatever he thought he believed or whatever. But that ain't him. He need to do what he do.
That ain't him. What you mean that ain't him? That ain't him. What?
That ain't him.
The shit he was talking to Professor Griff?
I'm saying that ain't him. He is a business type of cat. He need to stick to that. And people who talk that right there, what he talking about, he need to let them do that. Everybody got a position, man. You don't need to cross over. Stay where you belong, man. He should stay in his goddamn lane, man. That ain't his lane. He should stay over there somewhere. He's an entertainer. He need to stay over there. I don't, I listen to an entertainer, but I just don't it ain't no respect coming from. I'ma just hear him.
Yeah.
Gonna go in one ear and out the other. I don't do the entertainer respect the thing. Like even when the Kaepernick situation, I wasn't one of them niggas you was seeing posting that shit. I don't do that entertainer shit because these niggas is weird, man. So you can't do that entertainer. I don't roll like that, man. I come up to my own conclusion and I roll with that, man. Fuck all that other shit.
I hear you. I hear you, brother Jarvis. But what we gotta understand is like even entertainers are going to study, or you can say study, or even listen to lectures or watch YouTube videos. And when you're learning new stuff, i.e., how people start learning stats and shit like that, you can't wait to regurgitate your stats to someone who claims they're a statistician. You see what I'm saying? It's like when you get some knowledge, right? So let's just take Nick, right? So Nick has been, reading. I don't know. I can't speak for the brother, but he's been getting some not so popular knowledge from somewhere. Maybe it's talking points or propaganda, but Nick has been consuming that from somewhere. So when you been watching a person like you consume some of this stuff from Professor Griff, when you finally sit down with Professor Griff, you got so much shit you want to say to him that you can't help it. You want to regurgitate that. Like I said, like I used the thing with stats. Like when I debate a lot of white people that I would think are like white racists, they always hit me with the stats. Black people are 13% of the population, but they commit 67% of the crime. You see what I'm saying? So they can't. They've heard these stats or read these stats or learned these stats from somewhere. They can't wait to regurgitate it. So when he hears shit about the Jews, or he hears shit about white people in the Caucasus Mountains, and now I learned some of this shit from Professor Griff. When I sit down with Professor Griff, ain't no shit you know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what I'm gonna regurgitate. I'm probably gonna try to fit all the knowledge out just to let him know I've been listening. I've been peeping it. So
he got enough, but look though, he got enough money that he could have put that out on his own. Without, you see what I'm saying? Because like when you got so many people connected with you that you feeding or whatever, he didn't. He did it based off of something that they was providing funding for. That's why they went after him. Think about this. You think they came after him because the little table talk show he do is all 100% here? No, they give him money for it. So that's why they was able to think about it, man. If it was an independent show when he was talking to Griff on, what the hell could they say to him? Because it wouldn't have had nothing to do with them. They could have just made a disclaimer and been done with it. But they gave him money to set that show up, so they was able to dictate who he had on there or what they was gonna say. And that's what they did. They controlled the purse. Whoever controlled the purse controlled the whole situation. That's just that on that. He should have been controlling the purse, man. And that's why they was able to goddamn scoop him, by the legs and throw him to the ground, because they brought all of the greenbacks to the party, man. He didn't bring none. You can't do no dumb shit like that.
At the end of the day, he was the talent. So I love what you're saying right there, bro. Got to figure out a way to be more than just the talent. You feel me? He
seen a quick check. He seen a quick check, man, because he like making money. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But he should have, if he was gonna go that route, he should have thought about that beforehand, man. You don't go that. You need to think about that shit before you go that route, because there's a whole lot of shit come with going that route. So before you start, talking, you gotta be careful. You gotta make sure you know what the fuck going on, because they gonna come, and they don't play all that old standing in front of your house screaming and this live matter and all that shit. They go straight for the money. They don't do none of that bullshit these niggas do.
Mm-hmm.
They go straight for your money, straight for the money. None of that small talk.
Yeah.
They have your ass in court and they clean your ass out. Period. They don't play them motherfucking game. Niggas out here protesting, bullshit, wasting time. They'll clean your ass out in 24 hours, man.
You're right. I give you that. I'm gonna go to Brother Eugene. So, Brother Eugene, you have a platform, right? Let's go and get that plug in there, man. Black Family Talks every Tuesday and Thursday. from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live at the Black Family Talks. And if you're local, it's on 1470 AM. No, it ain't. Is that right? Am I saying
Yeah,
that?
1470 AM.
Yeah, 1470 AM, man. Like I said, every Tuesday, every Thursday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That brother has a platform. So speaking of a platform, Eugene, I want to ask you that. So if someone was to, I don't know, do you ever find yourself censored?
Hell no. Other than the cuss words I can't use, that's it. No, you can't. No, that's why we pay to do our show. We call it the Black Family Talks because we talking to black people. And I ain't gonna answer no fucking back. No, hell no.
So you're never worried about some of the things that you say on your platform
No,
could make you
not
lose
at all.
some paper.
Yeah, because even if I do grow up and be something more than what I am today, and I'm working with somebody, and they go back and find one of my shows and be like, "Hey, we can't fuck with you because you feel like it's," then hell, it is what it is. Because I ain't finna change how I feel. Hell no. I'm gonna tell the truth. I don't give a shit who like it.
That's your truth. All right. So how would you feel if you came on your platforms feeling like you spoke the truth, and then you had a whole backlash of people saying that's not the truth, that's bullshit, that's what was the word?
What I like to do, anybody who disagree with what I say, let's research it together. And then let's see if I'm wrong. Simple as that.
Well, Nick finna sit down with a rabbi. He's gonna sit down with
He already did that show.
Yeah, he already did that. So what'd you think?
Yeah,
What'd you think go happen?
You already know what that's about. I mean, you know, it's just like another apology. Let me tell you what I meant.
Yeah.
And you know, let's make sure we get this on the table.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
it is what it is.
I think that sitting down with the small hat dude was a bad look, man. You know, that was a bad look, man. Sit down with the small hat. I still so I still fuck with Nick, but the small hat sitting down, man, that was unnecessary because they have never came and sat down on their behalf for what they had going on with us. So it's like,
YouTube. He's
yeah,
talking about guys with small baseball caps. This is small
nah, I ain't
baseball
talking about no
cap.
baseball
But let's
cap.
just
Nah,
try to keep it a little clean. You know, YouTube is
that's
listening.
clean. That is clean, man. You know, that's very clean. I ain't say nobody's name.
Nah, you
You
know,
feel me?
you know, go ahead.
The
Talk
small
your
hat. They know who we talking about. They know exactly who I'm talking about. But yeah, man, look, man, it's a whole lot of shit that needs to be addressed in between that conversation with a whole lot of people. Black people in this country need to have that discussion, not only with the white people, they need to have with the Arabs, the Persians, the so-called Jewish people, even some African people like Nigerians and shit like that. I read a book called My Daddy Was a Nigerian Slave Owner, some shit like that. I read that shit, audio book. So it's a whole lot of people we need to address over here, man. Because there's a whole lot of shit they done cut out of history that we kind of like only lean towards certain parts of history and then we just gravitate towards and then we just omit the rest. And we need to address all that shit, man, from everybody. So
Okay. All right. You getting into that shit. Do you think that black people are the original heroes?
you said, do I think that?
Anybody?
I just think we the original people, period. I don't think we are whatever you want to call it. I don't even think that word existed in the beginning. So I don't know if we can be an original something that didn't exist. But I just know we the original people though. I know that much.
I don't know, brother Tony. What'd you say, man? We are these black people the original children of Israel?
Man, the Ethiopians is the originator of everything. Christianity, Hebrew, Islam. That's where all that stuff come from is Ethiopia. Not Egypt, not Ghana. All that stuff come out of Ethiopia.
You on target, man.
The oldest
That's
Hebrew
why they
set is the Beta House of Israel. The oldest Christian story is in Ethiopia. The oldest pyramid is in Ethiopia.
in the Hebrew language comes from Aramaic,
Aramaic, yeah.
which is what they speak in Ethiopia. And they got the oldest, literally the oldest church
Yep.
on record in Ethiopia, and they got the oldest Bible on record.
Yeah.
The oldest story of Jesus.
I heard about the Ethiopian Bible.
Ethiopia.
Yeah, man, that place right there, they call it the land before time for a reason. That place right there, they say, when they tell that story in the Bible about the Garden of Eden or whatever they talking about, that's what they talking about right there. The land before time, everything was, according to what they wrote down, everything was everything right there at a particular time in history. So, yeah, I read about that. Really good stuff.
I don't know, man. Them folks told Nick Cannon that shit is pseudo. So they might try to tell you, Brother Jarvis, that shit is pseudo, man. We don't know.
They can. That's how they feel. Hey, go ahead. Tell them the same thing, I know a couple of them cats,
This is why you should study intellectual property. Like he don't have any access to any copyrights, trademarks, nothing. That's why he's stressing right now. He don't own none of that stuff.
What'd you say? He was just an employee.
Pretty much. He can't do nothing. He can't even download a video. They own.
I was about to say he was a salary manager.
Pretty much.
That's what he was, a salary manager. They pay him a good amount of salary.
70,000.
He do the work. Yeah, he do the work. He get that big ass check, X amount of times, and at first, Nick wasn't on that like that. So, in the beginning, so I could see how he got tangled up in that, because in the beginning he didn't think or speak like that. You know what I'm saying? He was more of a corporate type cat, real clean cut type nigga, about his business. You ain't really hear him talk about too much of nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I could see how he got tangled up in a situation like that. So when I heard him say he was sorry, I understood.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dude he didn't come out like that.
I see what you're saying.
If he came out like that, now, I would expect something different, but I would also expect him to own something too, if he came out like that. So he just now really starting to talk about that kind of stuff. So it's like he's still coming into understanding to a whole lot of stuff at the same time everybody else is. So I ain't even 100%, in understanding with a whole lot of stuff that's that float around. You know what I'm saying? So that's why some issues I talk about, the issues I do talk about, that's what I know. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what he doing. He's just something like you said, he caught wind or something and sound exciting to him. He spit it back out, but I don't think he quite understand what he was doing. Because if he did, especially how tangled up he was with them people, I think he wouldn't have did that knowing that. Because that's stupid. Because he know he can't wiggle his way out of it after he said. So he should have took some more calculated ass steps, man.
No, I like what you said right there, Brother Jarvis. When you said wiggle his way out of there. Brother Mike, you right there. Can you hear me? My guy. Yo, Brother Mike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I hear you, but you got to. When you ain't talking, go on mute.
Yeah, man. Shit, really, man. I just want to know how much money do he really got for him to come out and say that. Do he feel like he done? Is he done with bootlicking and all of that shit? So he just feel like he want to say what he want to say? That's the question. And what Nick Cannon gonna be after this? That's the question.
Yeah, I don't know, Mike. I think he been fucking. Like I said, man, I think he been listening to people like Professor Griff and, going deep, probably listening to a little John Henry Clark, Dr. Ben, listening to a couple of those people. It was like, shit, if they was free to say this shit, I want to be free to say this shit. Right? I guess we need to get into this then, brother Eugene. Why is it okay for people to criticize other groups of people, but when you criticize this one group of people, the hammer comes down on you?
Obvious reasons. Yeah, they run the country. They finance everything. They pay you your salary. You work for them. They give you your loans. You go to their bank. Yeah, we up under their rule. So that's why they say you can't talk about daddy because he taking care of your ass.
Uh,
Now, when we got our own, what he feel and what he think won't matter. That's why the whole conversation needs to be ownership. Until we own our own shit, we're gonna always have to listen to this politically correct bullshit. It is what it is. They got everything set up to where you can talk about you all day long, but don't try to uplift your neighborhood and do not tell the truth about who we are and what we do. We do not want nobody thinking about us. It is what it is.
And to make things worse, our own community complicit in making shit like that, you know, be something important. Our own
You are
community.
absolutely right.
Yep.
Nothing matters unless we back it. Unless
Yep.
we believe in it and back it, none of that shit would matter.
Yeah. Like all this shit coming out, you know what I'm saying? This shit is crazy, man. This shit's a whole lot of shit happening. And they ushering in a whole bunch of bullshit on the backs of black people or what black people fought for. You know how many black people get mad at me when I tell them I ain't voting for nobody? When I explain to them who ride on the backs of the ancestors to bring in some bullshit that ain't got nothing to do with us. And then
mm.
they say, well, we need to accept everybody. That shit right there make you understand
You want to know why
how
it's like that, bro? Because niggas only want to talk about um what's the word? Where we all together, the melting pot conversations. They never want to have a sovereignty conversation.
right.
Niggas don't talk about sovereignty.
It's
So as
too much
long as
accountability.
right, as long as they
Exactly.
want to go
Boom.
along, get along, and stay with this whole norm, hell, we got to deal. Hell, if politics is part of it, then
Yeah.
you
I
have to
mean
get
that's
involved if you're gonna stay here.
yeah. And that a lot of niggas like when a nigga was doing that gang shit, we had a certain policy and niggas get DP'd if they if we catch a nigga smoking dope, a nigga get DP'd, right? Or if he participating in certain activities, you get DP'd, right? Niggas don't like accountability. I found that out when I was doing the gang shit, right? Niggas want to go rogue at any time they want to go rogue, right? And do some bullshit they know they ain't got no business doing. They gonna fuck off. They gonna, you know, they gonna get a nigga killed, whatever the case may be. Niggas do stupid shit like that for no reason, knowing they ain't, they know the structure, but they just can't uphold these basic goddamn morals to make sure shit go the right way. And that's the reason why niggas don't want to, niggas hate when you ask them accountability questions because you can see it every day. You can get on, I mean, you can go on Tony page. Niggas be goddamn it on there arguing with this nigga for 8 hours, man. 8 motherfucking hours. How the hell you argue with somebody for 8 hours, nigga, over a question? He didn't even say your name. That's the crazy part. Niggas don't even say their name, and they be on there arguing with this nigga for 8 hours. 8.
They say like they say, well, the saying, a hit dog will holler. Like, it was kind of saying it, man. Like, if you listen to that Nick Cannon speech, man, Nick Cannon really never said who he was talking about. He said little keywords, and hit dogs started to holler. You feel me?
Yeah. And then they start. Then they tie Farrakhan into it some kind of way. Then they
Of
tie that
course,
man
because
into it.
that's the Farrakhan rhetoric. They're gonna always say something about Farrakhan. Always.
Yeah,
They're gonna
shit.
always.
And
put that rhetoric.
Because and why is it? Because every male human knows that he's supposed to have some type of power. A man is driven and know that he's supposed to have some type of power in his life. And Farrakhan is a man who has some type of power.
Mm.
And they know if he gets, you know, access to all of us or most black people, a lot of this dynamic is gonna change. You can't have a plantation with a Farrakhan out there. It ain't gonna work. So that's why they gonna always try to down his name, associate him with anti-Semitic, which is a dumbass term to try to use because they're not the fucking Semitic people, and that's why they call Jewish people because ish means you're something like. You're something like a Jew. You're not the actual original fucking Jews, and everybody know this. Hell, even they know it. I had conversations with them. So a man with power, they do not want you to listen to him because they know the truth is gonna set you free.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. People that's tuned in, man, y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow night. I'm sitting down with ISUPK, the Israelite group. So we're gonna get into that a lot more. A lot more. A lot more. We're gonna get into that shit a lot more. Who's the true Jews and who's not. So get in that a lot tomorrow. I'll let y'all hear from them brothers. They're gonna break that shit down. Super dope. Y'all know how they come. Y'all know how they do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's crazy that they call themselves Jewish people when that's a religion. You notice that they claim their heritage off of religion, right?
Absolutely.
So it's
yeah,
like
that's
you gotta question you gotta question
Culture.
somebody who would mix the two up as if they don't know that. They know exactly what they did when they said that, oh, we Jewish. They did that intentionally, right? Because Judaism is a religion. That's a practice. It's a moral practice, right? So
Yeah, not a
you
race.
can't, you can't say like it's like black people saying I ain't black, I'm Christian, or I ain't black, I'm Muslim. Like
Yeah.
you still black, but you might practice Islam, but that ain't who you are. That's what you practice, right? So that you got to watch people who would even twist the two, right? So when you hear some people like that migrated down from Europe to that particular area when they found out that all of these countries agreed to give them that particular area, right? That's all they did was migrated down. You know who was over there? Them Ethiopians. That's who was over there.
So, so what?
So and they ran them up out of there.
Mm.
That's where Hitler got it from. The first Holocaust, up in
Yeah,
Namibia.
yeah, yeah. Them boys migrated down, ran them Ethiopians out, back down through there, and start claiming it for themselves, man. It was all them black people up in there, man. All that whole time, all them Ethiopians was up there. Even in the Exodus, they tell you Moses had an Ethiopian wife. What you think he? You think he just so happened to trip off into Ethiopia? He knew where it was at. So at the end of the day, you know that they telling you what it is, clear as day. You just gotta pay attention to it. They're gonna throw some bullshit in the game, but you gotta pay attention to the ins and outs. They're gonna tell you what it is. It's right there, clear as day, in your face. Ain't nothing hidden. It's right out there in your face. You just gotta read it. It ain't on YouTube either. You gotta go read it. You gotta go to the fucking library. You gotta go there. It ain't on YouTube. Young Pharaoh can't tell you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. You gotta take your research points and move on and go
Yeah,
do
understand
it.
words and meanings and all that old shit, man. People don't be knowing what the fuck synonyms is and shit nowadays. How the hell you out here talking about how you teaching people you don't know what the fuck a synonym is? You know what I'm saying? So the shit is crazy, man. We got a whole lot of work to do, man. A lot of work, man. On basic shit too. I ain't talking about nothing complicated. Just basic understanding. Niggas need to get that shit down packed, man. Motherfuckers is ignorant. For real. stupid on purpose. So, you know, shit got to get tamed up. You know, if a stupid motherfucker trying to talk, he need to be sat down immediately. He need to be silenced. He don't need to, he had no access to nobody's attention. And if he do get his mouth running, he need to get DP on the spot. You know, shit like that need to be happening, man. We don't got time to play no more, man. These motherfuckers out here killing and goddamn it, all type of shit going on. This shit is
Hey,
game
it was
over, man.
it was the Queen of Sheba. The Queen of Sheba. They was talking about when the blacks, the Ethiopians were in Israel. They occupied Israel
Yeah.
before any Menelik, Queen of Sheba, all them up there.
Yeah, because I remember she sent a representative up there when the Romans was in control of Israel. She sent some soldiers up there to try to strike up some type of money type deal with their ass, but the Romans turned her down. I read about that shit. Yeah, she's a bad motherfucker. They said she was treacherous too. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I heard.
Okay.
All them women warriors. Queen of Sheba, Candace. Candace wore all gold. All the elephants had gold on them. They fought Alexander the Great.
Yeah. I heard a whole lot of the Ethiopians put it down on them Romans, man. Back in the day.
Yeah, ran Alexander up out of there.
Yeah, they was putting it down on their ass back in the day, running them up out of everywhere. Everywhere they was catching them, they was whooping their ass.
Yep.
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 Yeah, that shit was interesting. I was reading about that shit. And I stumbled upon that information. I wasn't even looking for that shit. I just was reading and found it.
Hell, what book was it that you dived into? You know, sometimes it's good to throw out books that we read so people know where
It
to
was
go
on
for.
you know how you click on Google and then it say some shit related to it? That's how
Right.
I came across. Yeah, I was just reading an excerpt on Google and then I came across that part and I'm like, damn, this shit interesting. And I just kept going. I was like, damn. It was just interesting. It was some I know it was a so-called Jewish scholar that posted wrote it, but he was black though. So
Okay. My bad. I was looking up Queen Sheba.
Hell, Tony, what good books would you send somebody to?
Man, YouTube.
really, hey, you know, Nashville got a big Ethiopian community. You really can roll up on one of them. They speak good English and shit, man. If you can come across one of them, they'll give you the history. They know it too, man. Even the young people do. They know it. They know who they are. They're not confused at all, man. So you can run into one of them, man. They know. They'll tell you. So you know they're real good people to know. Sometimes I meet up with them and eat with them over there
Yeah,
off
they
of
ain't been
Nolensville
winning
Road.
too long in Africa. They ain't had no long. You know, King Leopold, he came down there. He did a little something, but they ain't winning. They ain't been winning that long in Africa.
Right.
They was doing all they winning when it was out Keebalon.
Yeah, but didn't Africa got sliced up, right?
Africa
They got name.
became
They got name.
Africa after it was conquered.
Yeah, but that piece of
Wow.
land. Okay, go ahead.
Now I'm about to say, I mean, after they accepted the name of a white boy, that's when it went downhill. That
Right,
Scipius
exactly.
Africanus dude. Yeah, him. When the Scipius
Yeah,
Africanus, that was it. That
yeah.
Roman.
Because
So
before
for
that, it
so
was
for
out
so
Keebalon, so they were still intact.
yeah, so for a black person to call themselves African, you a goddamn fool. Because that came from a Roman. That wasn't what it was called. How the hell would you call yourself? That's why I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I just ain't, you know, people can do what they want, but niggas need to learn how to read
You call
at
yourself
the end of the
American.
day.
You call yourself
I
American,
just call
though.
me, I call myself black. That's what I call myself. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Can't no more. Nobody else tell me I ain't black. That's what I am.
But
And
that was a
if
construct. That was a construct that was given to you too, though.
yeah, I gave it to myself. You're right. Yeah, I gave it to myself
Yeah.
until I can get over the sea and find out the rest. I'm gonna stop where I'm at. I'm working on over the sea.
Black is just a
The part
geographical term. That's all black is. Black is just a geographical term.
What you mean
If
the
by
you
part
that?
start,
I know.
you defined by your language that you speak predominantly. If I start speaking Spanish, you're gonna think I'm from the Caribbean or South America. If I start speaking Arabic, you're gonna think I'm from Somalia or somewhere over there. So you defined by your language.
Yeah, we got that's crazy. You say that because we got some of them Cubans in our family. So that's as far as I know back that I can trace back Cuban people, and I don't know nothing else after that, man. In my family, I don't know nothing else. So I stop at that. On one side is them, and then it's on the other side is Mississippi. So you know,
So you saying that people can just by my language, people can automatically pinpoint me on the map or put me in some type of region on the map. Is that still true to this day, Tony?
They
I would
will.
say so.
Yeah.
If you can't speak nothing but English, more than likely you from America.
Yeah.
Now, if you start speaking Spanish, it's a probability you might be from a Spanish speaking area.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what's funny because a dude from Italy at work said the same thing. He said the same thing. That's how he identify people by how they, what language they can speak and what language they can't speak. He said that nigga from Italy, white boy. He said the same shit. He said
So
that's how
what
he
y'all saying
noticed.
is the war is how we define ourselves. So if everybody identify by language, then it's the language that we put out in the meanings. Like we could flip shit like, you know what I mean? I don't get too caught up in the shit like black and African. I say this shit because I know that's what people understand. You know what I'm saying? So you
For
flip
sure.
the meaning of it like they do. You see what I'm saying? They flip the meaning of a lot of words too. So that's why they want to control our music and our culture and stuff like that, because they know we got the power of words and we can change the meaning of shit.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Just like they did, because they changed up English. So yeah, you're right. They did the
We just
same
got to
shit.
stop taking what they give us. Because here, they try to give us our own language. And they call it Ebonics. We just got to stop taking this like we talk about here, what we identify as, what language we choose to only speak. It's because we accept exactly what they tell us to accept and live life just like that.
Because it goes back to the mob mentality. When daddy says this is what we're on, and if you step up, if you speak out and say, nah, I'm not on that, then they have labels and titles for you, and then you're gonna get the mob mentality. Now
But
they're
but
gonna say you're
but guess how they used to play
anti-American.
it?
Go ahead.
The same example. Daddy say something, but let's say that you know what daddy says wrong. Now, while I'm a child and I'm up under your rule and you taking care of me, yeah, what daddy says is law. But once I start taking care of myself and I don't depend on daddy no more, then I feel like I have the responsibility to explain to daddy that what you said was wrong, and I'm gonna tell you why. Whether he agree or disagree, I'm able to speak my piece because now I take care of myself. You know, long as I'm depending upon you, yeah, I got to go with whatever you say. But as soon as I take care of myself, now let's look at it from my perspective because now I'm old enough and I'm grown and I have a say so. And I don't have to accept shit because now I'm responsible for what, my judgment is. Not what yours is. I'm responsible for mine. So I got to determine what's right and what's wrong for me. And then, you got to live in the times. We learn from the past. You don't supposed to relive it.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you, brother. I hear you. But like I said earlier, we know it's a overwhelming force that is that mob mentality. When they get the whole crowd and group after you, they after you to the point where people close to you start thinking, I don't know, man. Maybe you should apologize. That's the slippery slope we run
Because
with
we
that.
suffer from fear and ignorance.
Mm,
That is our enemy right there. Fear and ignorance. Ignorance is one of the worst things because that's something you can change. Ignorance only means the state of ignoring something. You ignore rent because you're choosing to ignore information and shit that's happening right around you. But that can be fixed. And then fear. Motherfuckers switch on you because they scared. Hell, you can't help me when they come is what they feel. Because black people don't stick together. I tell you one thing, they take and pull some of that shit on some of these other people from, say, China, where they know if they pull some shit on them, they gonna call for backup. The situation is not gonna be the same because they stick together and back each other up. So that eliminates the fear. We have to learn how to back each other up and stop being ignorant by ignoring every goddamn thing. Because they told you don't read, so you don't.
mm.
Hey, but Mike did say was right though. Where he gonna go if he don't apologize? They own all this, every platform that he own, MTV, BET, Comedy Central. Where he gonna go?
Then that means, like you say, you have to create your own channel. Because hell, right now we got the ability to have our own channel, like on Roku. A lot of people don't even buy cable no more. A lot of
Nah,
people
you right.
just got the internet and the fucking Roku or the Fire Stick or something.
I
Motherfucker don't
got
even care about cable no more.
yeah. I got the Fire Stick.
How many people on here got cable?
Yeah, I don't have cable. I do want to ask though. I don't know. Let's talk to the people. Let's talk to the people about building your own platform though. Right. So where could Nick Cannon possibly go? You know what I'm saying? Roku? You think Roku?
He
Like
can
where's
go to
the
Roku.
biggest
He can
crowd?
get his. I know. He know. Hell, what about wasn't it just Tyler Perry, Oprah? I think. Who put together a BT Plus?
Dame Dash got something.
Yeah, I mean we got our own channels. We just looking on mainstream to make it public for people to know about it. You know what I'm saying? We got our own shit. We just got to find a way to communicate with each other through our own stream. Because here, it's still, if you're trying to get streamed through them, you're still depending on them. But they got shit open the way the computer, the technology world, hell, it's right there. We just got to use it and support it and pay for it.
I hear you. I hear you. I agree with everything you said, bro. I think that's the way that we're gonna have to move forward with it. It's easier said than done, though, right? You have to be willing to. That's gonna go back to the sacrifice conversation we was talking about. You're gonna have to be willing to sacrifice. That means if I say something, I have to stand on my square, business decision or not. If I say something, I have to stand on my square because I have to make sure the business is right, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to keep the business right. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see. All right, let's take a hard left turn real quick. I'm gonna do a little bit on this and then we're gonna roll. Let's share the screen. Hold on. Damn. Damn, hold on, y'all. Fuck, where was I at? There you go. All right, cool. Cool. My bad, family. I was trying to get this on deck. Let me shout out the brother really quick. Boom. Yeah, let me shout out to my brother Eugene. You know what I'm saying? Brother Eugene got his book popping. Listen, man, y'all make sure y'all support the creator's work, man. And keep creating. But make sure you support my brother Eugene, his book, The Creator's Work. It's on Amazon right now. This is Amazon. Let me copy the link. I'll copy the link so I can put that in the chat. Oh, I didn't do that right. But yeah, man, support my brother Eugene's book. I'm about to put it in the chat how y'all can order it. You know what I'm saying? Dope book.
Appreciate that, bro.
Man, it's all good, bro. Give them a quick little, what can they expect from that book real quick, brother?
Well, I wrote that book with looking at the world from the perspective of the creator, opposing to looking at the world from the perspective of man. Because if we ever gonna get it right, we're gonna have to figure out who we trust. What man say or how the creator created the world and placed us in it. So it's kind of one of those things where it's gonna kind of spike some thought. But I sure appreciate it, bro.
Nah, it's all love. All love. You know I gotta do that. You know I gotta do that, man. Yeah, so for these last few minutes, I want to know what y'all brothers think about let's just say lynching, right? Let me ask you, brother Mike, because I know you took some courses and delved deep into hit me real quick, Mike. Let me finish. There you go, bro. All right, so yeah, Mike. So this is what I'm saying. I know you did some college courses and all this. So when I tell you lynchings, what do you think? Is it a certain number that comes to your mind, or what do you think when I say lynchings in America?
The first thing that come to my mind is shit, Ida B. Wells and her campaign against it. That's the first thing that come to my mind. But what do you mean? Like, is it still going on or something like that?
No, I really just I want to know about the history of it. The history of it. Like when we go back into when were the first lynchings? Like, do we have a record of the first lynchings, or do we have a record of the lynching state by state? Like, I want to get into the numbers of it.
Well, it's a book called 100 Years of Lynching, and it go through the history of. I got it around here somewhere, man. But shoot, man, people been getting hung for from the beginning of time, man. So you know what I'm saying? You just can't pinpoint the beginning of it.
Yeah,
they just call it lynching over here. You know what I mean? Like I say, they change stuff and they make it to their own meanings and their own words. You see what I'm saying? They control the language.
All right. So you said Ida B. Wells had a campaign against lynching. What years? What years was that?
See Ida B. Wells, man, she got a little complicated little story. You know what I mean? Her life is like you know, she born in Mississippi. I think she was born a year after slavery or 2 years before it ended or something like that. But she ended up in Memphis as a teacher. You know, so she in Memphis. So she sat on the train, what's that, 70, 80 years before Rosa Parks sat on the bus. You see what I'm saying? And the conductor tried to make her move for a white man. You feel me? So she like, I paid for this VIP seat. You know what I'm saying? I was just reading a couple of books into her life, man, and her diary and stuff like that. And I was just seeing the struggles that she was having with becoming a young woman, you know what I mean, independent on her own, making a lot of money, just spending it on clothes, you know what I mean, feeling guilty about her family she left behind. You know what I'm saying? It just put a real face on her, man. You know what I'm saying? And she fought the damn conductor on the train in Memphis, and he kicked her off, and she took it to the Tennessee Supreme Court. She won in one level, then they appealed it, then she lost in that level. But you know, she is already going. I think she kind of like went, like when she started dealing with with this feminist women's Eleanor Roosevelt and them, you know what I'm saying? She was around that time, women's temperance, when they was trying to get the right to vote and stuff like that. She was running around marching with them, you know what I'm saying? So it's basically the same thing, like toward the end of her life, the movement that you see now with the lesbians and shit and all that, because Eleanor Roosevelt was in that gay movement. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't all the way outright with it, but they was lesbians and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you can look at that history, and you can tie it into this new Black Lives Matter LGBTQ plus movement. It's all the same. It's all the same people, the same liberal thinking people that's been passed down from generation to generation. You know what I mean? And they like, if you really want to talk about these people, man, like if you look at the NAACP, bro, look at every legal case that was fought on our behalf. Who were the lawyers? It was Jewish lawyers. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
They was funded. It was their move.
Man, look, you use one people as a stepping stone to push legislation and laws through that you could benefit from as a privileged looking person. You see what I'm saying? So it's like they give these people a lot of credit for shit that we don't even get the benefit from. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's complicated, man. You know, and it's tied up with them back during the days of Ida B. Wells. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They've been around for a minute, man. They've been funding movements. It's just a lot of stuff that's been going on with one group of people, and people starting to see it, you know. And then if you say something about like some shit, if you quote some shit Hitler said, you know what I'm saying? You might as well commit suicide in their eyes. You know what I'm saying? Even if some true shit that he may have said. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you don't. Yeah, it's always done. Always. All right, Mike. So I've been looking up. Go hit me for me, Mike. All right, Mike. So I've been really looking up this like the race riots and the Red Summer of 1919. And this is what they said: the most black people got killed in an entire summer. Right now, we know these numbers they're gonna be loosey goosey, right? Because shit, we know about history and who controls it, so we know it's gonna be loosey goosey. But what I was tripping off this though, Mike, is the amount of people who fought back. So the amount.
Hey, bro, that's a question I was just finna ask you though. What is a race riot? What is that? Is that them attacking us?
No, that's definitely attacking black people.
Right, because we didn't have no real uprisings and burnings into the 60s, right?
We had
because I don't hear them talking too much about black people rioting and burning up buildings and stuff until the 60s. All I hear about before that is they taking up arms defending themselves, and white people coming in just basically wiping them out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's really what when people hit mute for me, man. It was really the people. It was like the first stand of the people saying, you know what, like we should be able to come back and set up our own shit. You know what I'm saying? This was the first time that a lot of these black communities started to set up their own shit. You feel me? So as they started to set up their own shit and they started to maneuver, then we know that they use words like race riots and angry mob, and we know that that other people would take any small injustice against you and then come out and burn everything down. But now when you fast forward to 2020, the shit's been reversed where they're gonna say you and your organization is burning everything down. So that was my thing. I guess what I'm asking you, Mike, Eugene, whoever wanna answer this. Can y'all tell me some more communities besides just Black Wall Street that was getting things popping in a united fashion? Talk to me, brother Eugene.
Shit, I actually don't know them by name, so I couldn't tell y'all. But the thing is, I also heard like KRS make a statement. He was saying there's a lot of history about us that's in other languages. There's a history that's totally different than the American history that we only get. And a lot of it speaks about how we actually wasn't the ones that just was taking it. More people actually got away and built their own in other places. So it's really just according to where we getting our information from. Because you can't just believe that every last black person that they came in contact with, they just whooped and took over and just, you know what I'm saying? That's just unrealistic. And you know it didn't happen that way. It just only some lost, and those are the stories that they wrote about.
Yeah, that's that's it, man. You know that. You know that. Well, man, listen, family. It's been a nice hour. We got us an hour in there. I'm not trying to go too long tonight, man. Mike, brother Eugene, brother Tony, salute. Anything y'all want to promote? Go ahead, brother Tony. Anything you want to promote? Brother Eugene, go ahead. Tell them about the radio show, man, and the Facebook page. How can the people follow your message, your movement, and the whole nine, bro?
You can find us on the Black Family Talks page on Facebook. You can also get out there with us and do some community work under the Brothers Round Table on Facebook. And, check us out, see what we got going on.
My God, man. My God. Brother Mike, I appreciate it, man. Got the shit working today. Anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
Yeah, man. I just want to tell everybody, man, stay safe out there. And if you legal, go get you a strap and get you a license to tote it. And be safe.
Man, salute. Yes, salute to your family. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow I will have an interview with the Hebrew Israelite brothers of the ISUPK. So that's gonna be dope. You don't want to miss that. Don't make sure you tune in. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Like it. Like up the show. Tomorrow, come through. Have your questions ready. We're gonna break down the biblical part of who the Hebrews are. So y'all know these brothers gonna come with their scriptures and they gonna do what they do, man. So y'all come through with the questions, family. Um,
Hey, bro, you need to
Yo.
get the phone line back up, man.
Oh, you want the phone?
Yeah, so we can call in and talk to these boys.
Okay. You might take calls. Let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can do, brother Mike. I may take calls some more. Let me figure that out. They give me a little homework to do. Yeah, I figured that. I'll figure that out. I got you. But yeah, man, we're gonna have the mighty men of the ISUPK in the building. Make sure that you're in the building. You know what I'm saying? The UK family may be a little late on y'all end, but hey, if you up, Insomniacs, fuck with your boy. Brother Tony, anything you want to promote, man, before we get out of here?
Oh man, just keep on buying t-shirts, y'all. Keep on protesting. Keep on protesting, man. Keep buying these black t-shirts now. Keep on.
My brother Tony, man. Yes, man. Salute to y'all brothers that came through on the panel, rocked with me. Back to the regularly scheduled program next week, man. I'm gonna do one of these once a week. We'll have some dope topics to go through. You feel me? Family, I'm still gonna do this Red Summer of 1919. I may just do it. I may do this. I may record this and then put it out. Just upload it like that. It won't be a live joint. So salute, hit the like button. Peace, my brothers. I'll catch up with y'all next week, man. And peace to the YouTube family, Facebook family, everybody else, man. Salute. We out of here.